gentlemen, and well, you were correct because it will be Volskaya
Yes.
For our assault map here. And yeah, FNRGFE's pick. You had called it as well over here while we were waiting for the game to start.
Well, we saw this last week from them. I remember in their match against FaZe, this was the map pick, no game mode combination. We did not expect FNRGFE to win. They did that. And a big reason why, the Des touched on it, was Bonnie on the Sombra. It was on offense and defense. He did a fantastic job, especially on the offensive side. He was able to control, the FaZe health packs, towards that second point, the mega ones. So I think you're looking at, Bonnie, maybe he runs the Sombra again, although we did see Buds run it on Kings Row. Yeah,
I feel like FNRGFE definitely have the upper hand here. I do like Bonnie on the Sombra. Kungarna, they are going to show us some Sombra as well. I wouldn't be shocked, right? Given, that in Volskaya, it makes no sense not to run it, especially when you consider that you can lose a lot of health packs real early if you're not careful. So we're getting ready for this map, and it is ready to go. And the attacking team on this one, let's see here as we can get into the action any second now. Teams are ready to go on the approach.
Yeah, it should be FNRGFE on defense here to kick things off, as they will have the Sombra. Bonnie will run the Sombra for the team on this map. You will have Buds running Genji.
Okay, so yeah, I think this is, this is gonna be what, yeah, it's gonna put a lot of work on Boink. If Boink gets picked off, that's really gonna hurt them in this fight. But Bonnie certainly going to be the playmaker with those hacked health packs as well. This is interesting here, and I wonder what Kungarna's going to roll with as well.
Yeah, and just to state again, we can get the overlay fixed in just a second, but it is going to be FNRGFE on defense to kick things off here. Kungarna will be the offensive team. As for Kungarna, you will have them go with the Reaper. So you'll have Michael running Reaper, Baby Bay will run the Tracer here. As
shocked we're not seeing any Sombra.
Yeah, no, Dogman will be running the Ana instead of the Zenyatta, which we've seen him make some great plays.
Very true. Muma, though, going to have to get out of dodge there. And I think Michael turned around and kind of realized he was by himself for that time being. So now good for him, though, because his whole team, they're with him now as they push right inside. They are going to debuff, but there goes that EMP dropping right away, and Kungarna will fall like flies, little by little. And wait a minute, as a matter of fact, you did get a little bit of a bounce back there, but I still think this is going to be disengaged. Yes, it is. Kungarna's going to have to reboot here.
Yeah, I mean, Kungarna's able to pick up a few kills, but not enough to, make a push in, take the point. Yeah. And you saw Coolman, he was taking a ton of damage from Michael on the Diva, just kept backing up, getting onto that mega health pack. Bonnie was able to farm that EMP so quick. See B-shoot. Jump off the side there. He'll get right back in his mech coming off the spawn. It's a good first fight for FNRGFE. And you can see how fast Bonnie is charging towards that EMP already at 95%. We'll have another one for this next fight. Most likely we'll end up with a Dragon Blade here as well.
Seems like, well, I mean, this is where Baby Bay's going, so he's probably looking to go for the flank, but I do wonder where the approach will be for Kungarna. Do they opt to go for the right side here? And it seems like that's exactly what they're trying to do, but they don't really have that health pack to work with because it has been hacked, and there goes Bonnie again, and they're going to be trapped within a rock and a hard place, and once again, you see the HP bars just slowly fade away, and that will be another stop for FNRGFE.
Well, it's tough for Kungarna because you want to go to that right side, you want to get inside that health pack room, so FNRGFE just can't keep farming that health pack and getting the ult. You want to push them out of that position. But the last two times they've gone in, FNRGFE have had an EMP in. Look at this, Bonnie already.
Gonna have it again.
He was so good against FaZe Clan last week with getting his EMP right away. Now looks like he'll have it again. On the side of Kungarna, you do have some ults here. You're going to hear the Dragon Blade come out there for Buds at the beginning of the fight, able to take out Dogman.
Yeah, with Dogman losing a little bit of that sustain as well is certainly going to hurt because you won't have that biotic, but Boops busting out the sound barrier there in turn, and now Michael with the Death Blossom takes out Coolmat as he comes out of the Diva, but look right there, you got two pickups there as well for FNRGFE. The fight continues on here, but Kungarna, I mean, they can make this one happen. Muma's going to try and stall this one out here. He's going to be by himself as they are going to try and make some progress now, and he wants to get that health back, but it won't happen. Kungarna will be able to get that first tick there and potentially be able to make this cap happen because they're pushing up on him.
Yeah, FNRGFE, they will back up. Looks like they will concede this first point to Kungarna. So Cool Matt able to take out Baby Bay there as he's getting pretty aggressive. Believe he had the nano boost on the Tracer and then just trying to push all the way on forward. But no, FNRGFE, they will have an EMP and they will have a sound barrier going in that fight. You know, Kungarna, they use a sound barrier in that fight and actually some of it gets negated by the EMP. Believe it still was on Baby Bay and Michael. They were able to make an impact. Michael now will switch off of the Reaper onto Doomfist.
Oh.
Be a self-destruct leading the charge here for Bishu, but now it's going to be an EMP coming in for Bonnie.
Yeah, that was what I was afraid of because they were going to use that EMP to push up, and that just gave Bonnie the ability to just go in with the EMP. But Michael, though, punches Boink right in the face, and you know, you gotta love seeing Doomfist in play because of the amount of damage that he could do. But it won't really result in all that much. He will have to disengage and actually end up getting picked up by Bonnie, so it's going to be more gained from them. They're going to have to slow down their push one more time, their attack, but they have plenty of time to work with as they just hit that 4-minute mark.
So now they'll go over to a Mei and a Reaper combination. So this is interesting from Kungarna.
Okay.
I mean, when you have, you know, Tracer, Genji, and Sombra on the other team, you know, you get, you know, the Mei into play. You can, you know, potentially, you know, slow those characters down. You have Reaper obviously doing a ton of damage up close. See these right clicks coming in from Baby Bang.
Okay,
trying to make a difference.
I think what they wanted to do was use the wall so that they could get access to that, you know, left side. But again, though, you get EMP'd by Bonnie, and that just has to be so frustrating to play against. Baby Bay is going to be dropped, and that Mei plan just ended up not working out in their favor. Kungarna back to the drawing board yet again. They tried something different, though, and I'm interested to see what they end up doing on this next attack. Still, though, lots of time left to work with. Let's not forget about that, but it will be a point where they start running out.
Well, here's a good opportunity, though, for Kungarna. You have a sound barrier, you have a nano boost, and there's no EMP to negate the sound barrier on the other side. You don't have a Dragon Blade either for FNRGFE, so maybe this is where you can make a difference here.
Baby Bay is just going to have to back away, and I don't think you're going to be able to freeze out on a Sombra there who can just disengage immediately. Here you go now. Baby Bay and crew waiting around that front door. Oh, nice shot there from Baby Bay, taking out Buds. Will they be able to follow this up with anything, though, is the question.
Well, here's the bad part about this. For Kungarna is Pooks drops at the beginning of that fight. We talked about the advantage. You have the sound barrier. There's no EMP to negate it on the other side. When he falls, that gives Bonnie enough time to build up the sound barrier. A wall comes in here from Baby Bay. Well, capture some players up top. The sound barrier comes in for FNRGFE as well.
Dueling DJs on each side. Michael with the Death Blossom and Nano Boost, just trying to see if anyone pushes forward, he will Death Blossom and remove them from it. But they got to be cautious about the Diva, and the self-destruct comes through. He's able to stay alive there. He was able to fade out now. There goes the... Okay, so I do like that. The Blizzard is dropped, and that's going to force people to have to get out of there. But they re-engage right away. Michael's still holding on to that Death Blossom, but they're playing within the bubble. And there you go. He's going to find Cool Matt as well as Boink. So maybe this is what they were looking for, the progress, as they're going to have to force them to have to make their way over to the right side, though. And that's just going to pin out Muma into the corner. They are able to get one tick. 1 minute, 32 seconds left here of play, and they're getting so close to an X.
Yeah, and the Mei wall is forcing No Cool Matt to go right over the top. Kungarna so close to closing this one out. The Mei Reaper combination has been devastating here. Dogman switches over to the 76, able to put down a ton of damage. They know they are so close. Pooks with the sound barrier not even needed. Is Kungarna able to take point B with 1 minute and 15 to spare?
And that was the play. That's what they wanted. They wanted to have the Mei control where the opposition went. Pretty brilliant, really, when you think about it, because I'm sure a lot of people, you know, again, it's very niche situations when you can go ahead and bust something out like that. But what was impressive was that Kungarna had a plan, and they were able to execute that very well. Also, I do think that that initial push where they were able to kind of force Bishu out on the top, because they almost froze and almost took him out, really gave him a lot of presence there on the point there to open that fight.
Yeah, it was a beautiful Mei wall up top. I know when they were trying to get back down, the Mei wall just kind of sectioned off that left-hand side of the high ground. And you saw Michael, just when you're able to section off some players and you have the Reaper in that close quarter scenario, he can just do so much damage. It was a great play from Kungarna. Very good adjustments there.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw the May and I was just like, I wasn't like too sold on it. I don't know. How did you feel about that? Because I was like, oh, I don't know, right? Like we haven't seen May in such a long time.
Yeah, I mean, against like a Sombra Genji Tracer, it was, it kind of makes a little bit of sense, right? I mean, you can kind of section those players off. You can get Reaper in there with your Winston. You can do a ton of damage onto those guys, not let them escape. No, because they were doing such a good job, FNRGFE, of just kind of like having Bonnie go in, get some poke, he gets out. Now he's got an EMP. Then they come back with a Dragon Blade or a Pulse Bomb, and they just were not able to really let Kungarna get set up and get anything going. So they switch over to the Mei, they switch over to the Reaper, they get way more control. They're able to make a very good push towards the high ground and then eventually onto point B.
All right, folks, here we go. How's FNRGFE gonna respond? Bonnie's still on that Sombra, which has been paying out really well. It's been paying off in dividends, really, for FNRGFE. And they're going to do it. This is the thing, right? You go in there, you start hacking, like maybe, like that first health pack there in the, that corner room, and maybe you try and go and hack one of the other health packs on the right side, but it actually seems like they're going to commit to a left side push, and Kungarna is letting them have a little bit of control up top here. As now that engagement's going to come through, and that was actually going to be Remix who dives on top. You saw the bubble actually pop up there, and now Bonnie's kind of just like running around and seeing if he can just hack some more health packs here.
Well, you demech the D.Va, and that's huge because you have Buds positioned up top on the 76. You see, it just forces Remix to just keep jumping up top, trying to get him out of that position. An EMP comes in for Dogman and Kungarna. They're able to take out Muma off the point. Yeah. Baby Bay lands a Pulse Bomb. That will force FNRGFE all the way back.
Now we'll be on Bond to be that guy to just go in and make that play happen. 93% on the EMP, so you're really going to want to focus your attention there to see when he's going to use that. You're also going to have Clockwork there with the Pulse Bomb, getting some time to contest on the point here, and a little bit of harass in the back lines. And here we go. Cool Matt with Muma working side by side with one another, waiting for that time to attack. And there goes the EMP, and this is their opportunity to push up. But it seems like they weren't able to take the D.Va from that one. I saw the defense matrix still out, so I think that EMP was a little further back than I think they had initially anticipated, though. And this looks like this could be something that Kungarna could win. This looks like a fight that they might be able to come out on top because they were able to remove their D.Va, the FNRGFE D.Va there from the equation.
Yeah, and it looked like Bonnie was trying to go in, land that EMP, and like you were saying, if they were able to connect on a Bishu on the D.Va and get that defense matrix out of play, that opens up a world of possibilities, right? Then you're able to land an easy Pulse Bomb, demech him. Maybe you don't take him out right away. Then you get the Tac Visor up top. Here's going to be sound barriers for both sides, and that is a huge Pulse Bomb as Buds had just called in the Tac Visor.
Yeah, when you lose that ultimate so early there after calling it, that certainly stings, and FNRGFE are being held back though. 1 minute, 36 seconds left. The EMP will go out as well for Dogman and crew. And Muma kind of just trapped here on the side. This is a lot of delay that's coming out too. So they're going to have to wait for Muma to come back into this one so that they can re-engage.
And it seems like now with FNRGFE switching Buds over to the Reaper, they're just going to go with a much more just kind of battering ram straight at you approach, right? I mean, you're going to have an EMP here. Most likely for both sides, Dogman 72%, but you get some guys on the health packs are able to get another EMP, but you get an EMP, you get everybody for Kungarna trapped on that health pack in the side, then the Tracer and Reaper can do a ton of damage.
Here we go. FNRGFE, they're going to push up. Self-destruct right at the bottom of the stairs, so that's going to force everyone to have to go upstairs. Dogman super close to it, but he's going to get dropped. Bonnie, though, does he use that EMP here? It's going to be a little further back, and they end up losing the Buds, which Buds was supposed to be the one that would be the battering ram, as you said, but he ended up getting battered in turn. And Kungarna continue to hold, and it's really impressive what they've been able to accomplish here.
Yeah, I mean, once you lose Boink or Lucio player at the beginning there, you see FNRGFE, they don't invest any ult into that. 20 seconds left. We'll see if FNRGFE can get towards the point here. So, they don't really have a great option to attack, Alex. You see they're just kind of stalled on that left-hand side, and it's a big EMP coming in from Dogman. Now returned with an EMP from Bonnie.
And that is what they wanted, to be able to get Bishu in that EMP, but it's going to be do or die time now as we are in overtime here. Buds tried to see if he could find a hit, but Michael gets the clear out on that one. Clockwork working with his teammates though, and while that kill on Michael was a great play individually from Michael, it won't matter because that is going to give FNRGFE that capture right at the 11th hour here, and they're just getting right in their face to start this next phase in the attack.
Yeah, and Kungarna went for the kill there. They saw everybody for FNRGFE getting into that close quartered area. They led with an EMP. FNRGFE able to stay alive long enough to get an EMP of their own. And they were able to take point A.
That was
Bonnie,
the EMP they wanted the whole time,
yeah,
you know?
I mean, Bonnie able to get there onto the point there for just a second. And something of note, FNRGFE did this a phase the other day. Bonnie has already hacked the Kungarna mega health pack, and you see the sound barrier coming in there for Kungarna, quickly erased there by the EMP from Bonnie.
That was so well done. They waited for him to drop the beat, and because it's shields, the EMP removes that immediately, and now you're gonna have FNRGFE really just getting super aggressive here onto Kungarna. They want to just see if they can get maybe a little bit more out of it, but one tick is all they're able to accomplish here, but still, that was a pretty good attack there, and they forced out that sound barrier.
Bonnie still controls the Kungarna health pack though, the mega one, all the way in the back. And
does he really?
Yes, he does. I saw it there the last time around. You see their divas just standing on top of it. I know you have Bishu there in that position because they're trying to prevent Bonnie from getting into that position to keep hacking it over and over again. So an EMP comes in from Kungarna to start the fight.
Yeah, Buds has a Death Blossom there too, and the EMP, that they saw it pop out, they weren't in that bad of a position, so now they can go and just get right back into the business here, get in their face, and just see if they can just shut out anyone from Kungarna at any opportunity that they make here. Any kills that they get could lead to progress, but no, FNRGFE will be held back here with 2 minutes and 15 on the clock.
Yeah, and you saw it there from Bud's POV, Kungarna has swapped that mega health pack over, so Dogman was able to hack it, get Bishu standing on top of it as well, preventing Bonnie from getting close to hack it again. So now Kungarna controls it, expect them to get EMP a lot faster. There's an EMP from FNRGFE though.
Yeah, I swear, I mean, the amount of times you say EMPs whenever you see two Sombras going against one another, it's just ridiculous. The beat now's now dropped by FNRGFE, trying to push him out here, but Bishu gets the kill on Boink. And you got, dueling Reapers as they go toe-to-toe here. And that's going to be 2 kills. You're taking out Remix from that one, too. So losing the tank, that's certainly going to hurt. And that's going to give Buds a little bit of comfort room before he gets removed from it. And look at Cool Matt there with the Bunny Blaster. He shows absolutely no fear. He's right back to it. And
there was definitely fear. He was trying to get
no fear, man.
Cool Matt wanted that water so quick.
Cool Matt was thirsty. He wanted it. Oh, man.
As it was an EMP.
He got it back though. He got his mech back, which is kind of insane. He's really good at that.
Well, he was on the point for a while, staying alive, and Dogman off the spawn, is able to land an EMP, take him out. Baby Bay there at the beginning of this fight, able to take out Muma with a pulse bomb. So with only 60 seconds remaining, now you're going to have to wait for your Winston to come back into play. It's a big kill. Buys about 10, 15 seconds here for Kungarna.
Oh boy, 45 seconds now. Not a lot to work with for FNRGFE. Kungarna, sound barrier, Dogman, EMP. This is certainly going to hurt. They ended up switching out Bonnie into the Ana, and they're just going to hang out above. I think they realize that the dive is really hurting them, so they want the biotic nades to just see if they can sustain and stay alive, and then possibly debuff the Winston here. And now there goes Buds. He's going to keep the Winston actually tucked into a corner there, but they're going to end up falling like flies. You lose out on Muma early as well as the support. Buds is just trapped, and with 10 seconds left to go here, this is not looking good here for FNRGFE.
Yeah, you had Michael lurking up top, an EMP came in, then a Death Blossom, and you see Kungarna is pushed all the way out. FNRGFE, they've actually gotten to the point, so there's somebody there that was able to contest. That was Boink there for just a few seconds. A sound barrier comes in for Kungarna as they will take Valskaya here, take a 2-1 lead in our series.
Kungarna coming out on top. Man, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. I picked him.
You picked him because nobody else picked him. You have a smile on your face right now. Come on.
I picked him.
I picked him. Yeah.
Well, in all fairness, there was...
You did pick them, in fairness.
There was method to my madness, though. I did feel like Kungarna played really well in their match against Renegades. I mean, you know, we saw the Renegades Rogue matchup, right? Yeah, I don't want to take too much away from the Renegades and say, like, oh, that was an easy win for Kungarna, because, you know, again, it was a tough battle across the board, and it's just... Okay, maybe I did pick him just because no one else picked him, and I'm just trying to justify myself here.
That's a way to admit it without directly admitting it.
In any case, though, Kungarna, they're able to win that one, and they will go up 2-1 here. And just a reminder, once again, just want to kind of let everyone know how this works out, right? If FNRGFE are able to win this next game, we will be guaranteed to go to a Game 5. Our first Game 5 so far of Contenders.
Which I would like to see. I mean, we have not seen a Game 5 yet. These two teams so evenly matched. Yeah, I would enjoy to see it between these two teams. It looks like, at least I know from the corner of my eye, it looks like we will be heading over to Gibraltar. We'll get a confirmation on that, but that is the map that's selected. So looks like that's where we'll be going. And I believe we saw FNRGFE versus FaZe on this map in that series, where FNRGFE was so close. Oh, no, actually, when FaZe, Carpe was just cut through them there.
He was tearing it up as the Widow. So, I mean... You know, that was like one of those outlier plays. I mean, Carpe is fantastic, without a doubt, but that was like that was an intense matchup there between those two teams. Well, this is going to be FNRGFE's pick, and it will be Gibraltar, our fourth map and potentially final in this series here. And I have to say, man, Kungarna, that was a great run there on Volskaya from them. They really did a brilliant job holding off FNRGFE.
Yeah, and I think Dogman was huge with those EMPs over and over again. You know, Bonnie controlled their health pack for a little bit, you know, on the offensive end, but as soon as he lost control of that, was not able to get the EMP fast enough, that's where you saw him switch over to the Ana, try and get at least, you know, some more healing in for the rest of his teammates. But will be FNRGFE on the defensive end to kick things off. Looks like at least at the beginning here, obviously still a ton of time for them to make changes. You will have Bonnie running the Ana, and you'll have Buds running the 76 Clockwork, who I think, you know, we haven't really highlighted him a lot in this matchup.
No, we haven't.
But I feel like he's been pretty effective, you know, getting first picks when things are going well for FNRGFE. I feel like he's really like the party starter for this squad, so I think he's had a pretty good series. You know,
I feel like you see his name pop up more so on the left than the right. You know, he's been... He has...
which would mean he's killing more people than...
Yes, which is very good.
Which in a shooting game is very effective.
Very important. You actually... You want to be able to...
Yeah. That's the key strategy to this game.
Yeah, that's the John Madden
kill more people than you die.
Well, you want to be able to get the kills and win the game, and that's how you do it.
Like, well, here's my breakdown, guys. He just highlights the kill feed. He's like, that's how they did it.
Oh, man. Well, guys, Kungarna up 2-1 here. And in order for the death to be right... FNRGFE will have to tie this and then win on Nepal, or on Ilios, pardon. But here we go. Kungarna on the attack, and they're going to go with about what you would normally expect here. You have Bonnie on the other side for FNRGFE using the Ana, and that's really just kind of anticipating, you know, this dive here, this aggression. So they want to be able to answer back with this, and here you go. Gets dropped down immediately, and for Kungarna, they have to clear this first corner as quickly as they possibly can. It seems like they're succeeding thus far.
Yeah, and Remix tries to get up top there because you want to get, you know, the Ana and the 76 off of that great high ground, you know, not let Ana just heal the tanks down on the cart from range. So you're able to get them off of that high ground position just for now. The cart advances underneath the bridge here for Kungarna. We'll see if they can get Baby Bay in a good position here. It cause a lot of chaos. Lands a nice helix rocket there. 2 players there, though. And the Winston jumping on you, he's going to have to back on down.
Yeah, if Buds was eliminated by Baby B there, that would have given him more time to, you know, charge up that ult. Although he is doing a really good job and has been adding on quite a bit, meanwhile Buds hasn't really been able to get much out of it. So he will get that tack visor before Buds does, though. And they, oh man, they end up losing both of their tanks. And this could be Baby Bay's opening. Despite losing that, they're going to push in. Michael finds 2 with the pulse bomb there, taking out the Baby Diva and Boink as well. The Clockwork, there you have it. You talked about him at the start of the game, Matt. You said, you know, he's been playing so consistently, playing so good, and that is why he gets a pulse bomb there to shut things down, and that was the push for Kungarna. Go back to the drawing board again.
Yeah, and it looked like Kungarna had a chance of, you know, swinging that fight in their favor. They had no Baby Bay use the tack visor. Michael with the pulse bomb as well. well. They're able to find some eliminations, but see the double pulse bomb there from Clockwork. You know, Muma coming off the spawn, able to help out. Now, you know, back to square one here for Kungarna. Let's see if they can make something happen with the Transcendence and the Primal Rage. There comes the Transcendence up top, and well, can't really get anywhere.
Yeah. I was like,
that was like the most anticlimactic way to get stalled out.
I know, right? Like, that was pretty funny there. Cool, man. Able to take out Remix. You can see 3 members down for Kungarna here, as FNRGFE just holding them off. And I have to say, like, that was really good for FNRGFE. They used the Transcendence, so they end up losing out on that one. And now taking out Bishu, that's just going to delay them even more on their next attack. 1 minute and 22 seconds here. Now you're beginning to wonder why FNRGFE picked this, because it certainly has been working out for them.
Cool Matt did a fantastic job of standing motionless in the doorway, preventing Dogman.
Sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. You know, it's a very
you usually never see that in a shooting game, but nope.
We
see there, it was very peaceful.
It was peaceful. That's what we need, more peace in Overwatch. We need more happiness. Anyway, Baby Bay with the Tac Visor, as well as the beat being dropped here. And right here, this is where Soldier 76 wants to live, because they can just get so much free reign on the field, and they are able to make that point happen. Kungarna put one on the board, but if it wasn't a challenge, boy, FNRGFE really made them work for that one.
Oh, and FNRGFE, they use a Tac Visor and a Nano Boost there when pretty much everybody on their team is dead. So now you don't have those 2 ultimates in the next fight. You don't have a Transcendence. I mean, you won't have either of the support ults. So now, I mean, just the Transcendence on the side of Kungarna, that's huge in terms of advancing the payload around the corner. But we'll see if Clockwork, you know, at the beginning of this fight can land one of those pulse bombs yet again.
Well, if he's able to land it on Dogman, that will force out the Transcendence. But he's just going to go ahead and pop it anyway, because now it's going to be their time to push up. Michael removes Muma from the map, and that is a tank that gets taken out. Baby Bay, his accuracy is absurd. Clockwork, unfortunately for him, caught within that Helix rocket. Won't be able to get much out of that one. And now Kuma, I mean, he knew he was in a really bad spot, though. And they're going to demech that Diva, and that is going to be the 2nd point for Kungarna. They continue to push this one forward. Wow, really good work here from the red team.
Yeah, FNRGFE, though, they will have a sound barrier in the next fight. Maybe you get Buds in a high ground position, you know, on the 76, and you're able to play a little bit of a stronger defense. But you can see the positioning they've gotten Baby Bay in, where he has the Tac Visor. You have Remix up top on the Winston, ready to just pounce on the members of FNRGFE if they try and come around the corner. You do have some good positioning here from Kungarna as they're trying to advance the payload, but it's going to be Clockwork taking out Michael at the beginning. So Clockwork has been very good for FNRGFE at drawing these first bloods in a lot of fights.
Yeah, when your Tracer's able to do that, I mean, that's basically the Tracer doing their job. You have to be very satisfied with that, and Clockwork has definitely been a difference maker in this game here. Let's see, sound barrier potentially coming out. I wonder who's going to pop first, and FNRGFE have a lot to work with here.
They have really a good ultimate bank here, as you hear the Tac Visor coming in here from Baby Bay. Is the sound barrier also going to come in? You're using a Transcendence here as well for Kungarna. Both support ults being burnt for FNRGFE, and they haven't even used their Tac Visor yet as well.
Yeah, and the good news about that was because Baby Bay used the Tac Visor, that knew FNRGFE knew, like, hey, we're going to have enough time to be able to use this. And Cool Matt, nice work there. By use this, I mean the Transcendence. This is a fight win for FNRGFE, as Kungarna is going to have to reset. 2 minutes, 11 seconds now. They're in the back here. And Cool Matt pushes up. Will get punished for it. Pay dearly with his life, potentially. He hasn't been killed just yet, though. Haven't been removed from the map. Remix going to use his Primal Rage to try and bully people around and disorient the opposition. But again, he's just going to have to go back. I mean, it was a good attempt, but it just didn't lead to much.
Yeah, and on Kungarna's last push, they try using the self-destruct from Bishu, and then they move some players around the corner. The only issue is Buds pops the Tac Visor, and the self-destruct comes out. You don't have the defense matrix to deal with it, and Buds just takes out 2 players, and then they're not able to get anything with the self-destruct, and that's how that push ends for Kungarna. Now you do have Michael, though, with the pulse bomb. We'll see if he can open it up.
He's able to find it. That'll be pretty big here for the attacking team Kungarna. Baby Bay is going to use that Tac Visor. And that's going to force everyone to have to go back as well. So maybe they could start pushing this forward. But look at that. Who's there to be a pain in the neck? It's Clockwork. And now they answer back with the Transcendence here. And this is looking like a good fight for FNRGFE. But if Kungarna want to be able to contest and push forward, they're going to have to pop the Transcendence. And that's exactly what they do. Michael now looking to see if he can take down the health of the Winston. Muma is going to be trapped there, but as all that happens, FNRGFE get the kills, take out the players, and this is another failed push from Kungarna.
Yeah, FNRGFE loses one player at the beginning, but they use the Transcendence to stay alive long enough to use the sound barrier. They will push on through, you kill Bishu before he can get right back in his mech. Going into the next fight though, Pooks will have a sound barrier of his own. Michael still holds on to that pulse bomb. You're going to need that sound barrier to withstand, withstand the tac visor coming in from Buds. We'll see if Michael can make the play.
He's going to be the playmaker here. He dives right in. Is he going to get the kills? No, but he's going to push them back, though, and that's going to give them the chance to be able to push up. Now the sound barrier will come out for Kungarna, as they're so close to it. 13 seconds left on the clock, so this is now going to become an overtime push, and that spawn is going to be right there. So for Kungarna, they have to continuously apply the pressure. Baby Bay now on the Genji, takes out Bonnie in the back, but there's Clockwork to demech Bishu, so you're going to lose out on that defense matrix there, which is certainly going to hurt them, and Diva's going to have to march back. But Baby Bay, though, applying the pressure as the Genji. He's getting the kills with that right click. Good work from him. Dragon Blade's going to come out now. Finds one, finds two, takes out Bonnie in the back, and Kungarna managed to net themselves 3.
Yeah, and the aggression pays off for Kungarna. They push all the way through, and they get into the back line, and Buds actually uses the tac visor. You didn't see him get anything for it. Dogman able to snipe him across the map with the Zenyatta orbs. That opens things up for Kungarna, as they got stopped for a while there, but able to push on through as they complete the map. No time left in their time bank, but that puts a ton of pressure on FNRGFE to complete the map. Because I know this is a tough map to complete. We see a lot of teams get stalled out in the hangar phase, and then even more towards the end here. We take a look. The Dragon Blade coming in from Baby Bay.
Also, credit where credit is due to Remix, too. I forget about that, right? Tank players, as a tank guy, happy to see a Remix popping up twice in the kill feed there. Really loosened up a bit for for the Genji to make the plays. But now, folks, here we go. If Kungarna are able to hold off FNRGFE, they will take this 3-1, and they will take the series. FNRGFE have to push this one all the way to the end. And if they're able to do so, they'll get another opportunity, both teams, to be able to make it happen, get the victory, get the win. FNRGFE, a win here would mean a Game 5 on Ilios. Let's see what the defensive setup is here. Kungarna opting to go with a standard dive. Of course, you're going to have that Ana there as well to really have to deal, with the dive there from the Winston. And they're playing low. I wonder if they're going to reposition themselves. I think, okay, this is actually pretty smart because they know that Bonnie will more than likely be playing the Hanzo, or someone will play the Hanzo.
Yeah, maybe they play a little bit
with the ball.
Further back. You don't get hit by the Sonic Arrow. Then you kind of go back into a setup where you get Bishu and Remix down on that corner. We'll see.
So they get no knowledge.
No idea we're there. Now Kungarna's going to get aggressive, and you see FNRGFE, they're completely thrown off by this. They pushed out back a little bit.
That was really well done from Kungarna. They gave them nothing to work with, and now here comes the kills. Bishu falls, losing the Diva. Again, we cannot stress enough how important the defense matrix is. So it was a good attempt there from Kungarna on defense, but FNRGFE, they were able to respond back in turn, and that forces them all the way back. So a good approach, good idea. Unfortunately, just didn't lead to all that much.
Yeah, but if you are Kungarna, you're still going to get at least one more fight here. Maybe two. As you see, they're going to contest right on top of the cart. So they're trying to put a lot of pressure. They know Buds on the Widow sitting all the way in the back. Maybe they can force an advantage on the cart.
Yeah. Kungarna once again having to disengage, but they haven't lost anyone just yet, though. Payload makes its way down under the underpass, and Buds, I don't think that they were, maybe they were anticipating the Widowmaker, but it definitely seems like Buds has kind of been a bit of a disruptor, because you're going to have the whole squad kind of push in and dive, and then you have Buds just get control and just really be a pain in the neck for Kungarna to have to deal with here. A nano boost as well comes through, but the sound barrier there for FNRGFE. And so far, so good here for the attacking team as they're looking to clear this out. Some more stall coming out, though, from Remix, just to see if he can hold them back for the time being. Maybe give his teammates another chance to push up an attack here, X.
Does not look like that will pay off, though. It will be FNRGFE taking point number 1. They have a ton of ultimates to work with, and Buds is going to take out Baby Bay at the beginning of this. So you saw Bonnie at the beginning of the last fight able to take out Baby Bay. Now at the beginning of this one, you see it's going to be a bullet straight from the face. Buds able to land that sniper shot from range. As now, FNRGFE, they built up an ult advantage here, and they've also given themselves some really good positioning.
Baby Bay largely, ineffective in this defense thus far, and he's been such a playmaker for this team. And they're going to lose Baby Bay early in the fight again, so losing out on that 76 is definitely going to hurt you. As Buds with this Widow still continuing to commit to it, and they're just, really at this point now, it's just been all FNRGFE on the attack. And I have to say, this has just been very well done. It's nothing too flashy. They're just going out there, getting the kills. I mean, Bud's got like maybe 1 or 2 direct kills. I mean, I don't know if it was a headshot or not, but still, he's doing his job. And this is it's very frustrating for Kungarna to play against.
Yeah, I mean, Kungarna has not been able to get a good use of the attack visor. Now you're going to get a sound barrier and a attack visor coming out for Kungarna. Oh, they get one with the attack visor. It'll be a self-destruct. Bud's able to land 1 shot here. You see, pushed back into a difficult position. Can't really get a lot of, line of sight on the members of Kungarna.
All systems checked out.
Bud still continuing to be a hawk here. He's going to find Bishu as he got out of the mech. Maybe a little Tracer as well. I mean, no one's been dealing with him. He's largely been unopposed, and Baby Bay is now going to have to, force himself to, get out of the fight and deal with the Widowmaker, because you can't allow Bud to have those angles and continue to harass your team like that. You have to get into space here, and Kungarna wisens up to it. They push in. Now this is going to be, well, they got to remove, Bonnie from that one, and they are able to do so. So now it's going to be Kungarna kind of, getting themselves back together here, putting the pieces, what they needed, and they made it happen.
So here's what'll be interesting. Now that Kungarna has won a fight, okay, this is what I expected. Now that you didn't have a lot of good positioning and you weren't rolling and you couldn't get that Widowmaker back up top, with ease, or are you going to stay on it? No, you have Buds switch over to the Genji. Now it's going to be on FNRGFE to get to that high ground. You see Coolmat, they're just leading the way with that defense matrix, trying to force the players up top to fall down off of the top of this ship.
Yeah, you really don't want to allow the other team to have high ground advantage in this map. It can be so devastating, especially at this phase. In Watchpoint Gibraltar, Dogman's going to engage with the Transcendence to try and keep everyone in this fight here. And oh boy, Muma ends up just getting absolutely melted. And that's going to have to prompt Bonnie to use the Transcendence so that they can go ahead and remain in this fight. And Coolmat picks off 2. Clockwork finds Remix there as well with that Pulse Bomb and removing the tank yet again. You always have to stress how important the tanks are here. And I think this is looking like a good run for FNRGFE. They're going to force back Kungarna. They take out Bishu. But now the question is, you have Kungarna on the attack again. They want to push them back, Matt.
Yeah, you have a lot of players from Kungarna coming off the spawn. You have that great spawn advantage on this point. Coolmat with a self-destruct. He'll be able to get 1. Boink takes out Poops just as Poops got his sound barrier. See Remix here, the only one up for Kungarna. He will eventually fall. It will be FNRGFE taking point number 2. So you see Bishu, he jumps right off the map, wants to spawn with the rest of his team.
Now you start to be a little worried if you are a Kungarna fan here. Getting through that second phase, it's no tall order, but FNRGFE were able to make it happen. Bud's close to the Dragon Blade there, so maybe he's going to look to use that one, Matt. What do you have?
You do have both support ults here for Kungarna. They're going to use the sound barrier to kick things off, and you take out Mooma at the beginning of the fight. I believe you see it's going to be a pulse bomb coming out from Clockwork there. As Buds, he will fall. It'll force FNRGFE to back all the way up here. You did not use the Dragon Blade there, so you will still have that for FNRGFE. You did bait out that sound barrier, though. For Kungarna, you will still have a Transcendence, and you'll have a attack visor. But if Michael can open things up, land a big pulse bomb here, potentially you can build up towards that sound barrier yet again.
believe. Kungarna, I think they're anticipating the Dragon Blade from Buds here, and there goes the sound barrier for FNRGFE, and just as that sound barrier comes down, you give Buds the added protection with that blade, and he tries to cut through. He doesn't get any kills for it though, because Dogman pops the Transcendence at that moment. They're going to see if they can remove some of these players from the back line here. FNRGFE kind of scrambling for a couple kills now, as nothing has popped up just yet, and there you go, Michael. No more Tracer, no more being bothered in the back here. And FNRGFE able to win out that fight. So, you know, you had that Dragon Blade out, but it really did a good job of just kind of spreading everyone, you know, and gave FNRGFE time to get the kills.
FNRGFE, they do have Transcendence. They have a Pulse Bomb here. You see the Transcendence come out. Clockwork will use the Pulse Bomb. Not going to get anything for it. Nice. They do a nice job, though, getting Remix out of the fight early. There'll be a self-destruct coming in from Bishu. He's able to get one. Michael with another. So it is Kungarna trying to fight back here. Only 35 seconds left for FNRGFE to complete the map.
And there goes, as a matter of fact, you have that self-destruct actually go down too to try and keep people away. A little bit of progress made there on the payload, but Kungarna's going to start rolling out there of that doorway to the right of your screen. That's the spawn room, and they're so close to it. So that is the advantage that Kungarna has, but the beat has dropped. FNRGFE now looking to pin down Kungarna and not let them get out of it. 10 seconds remaining as well, as we're going down to the final seconds here in this matchup. You have a Primal Raging Remix just trying to see if he can, you know, bully people around. Clockwork's gonna get taken out, so he won't be able to use that Pulse Bomb as well, and that could end up being huge for them. And remember, folks, if they don't finish this, it's gonna be 3-1 in favor of Kungarna. They will win this, and they have to throw everything that they possibly have here, but they're losing because Baby Bay is able to get the kills, and that is gonna do it. Kungarna, they end up 3-1, and I was right. GG.
And
I'll take it.
And Remix probably doesn't realize, you know, when he has that Primal Rage and he's just staying alive for so long, he demechs and kills Coolmat on the D.Va. So when you have Baby Bay coming off the spawn with the Tac Visor, he's able to just get free reign on the map, be able to do a ton of damage on the players of FNRGFE. And it'll be Kungarna taking the series 3-1.
I have to say, great work from both teams. It was a very even matchup. 3-1 score doesn't do this matchup justice. It was so close here between these two teams.
Yeah, that series could have gone either way. I mean, you know,
it just happened to go my way.
A few different situational plays on each map. You could have seen that score line flipped, you know, 3-1 in FNRGFE's favor. Yeah. But Kungarna played very strong, you know, smart plays throughout the entire night.
Well, you know, I did it once with Envision versus Rogue, and I do it again. Oh, boy.
You're a genius.
It looks like I know what I'm talking about. Now it's time to go ahead and send it over to the desk so they can go ahead and revel in my glory. Take it away, boys.
Somebody